Anyone else think it's cool that Hiccup flies manual? Hi, welcome back to Man Cave Movies. Today we're going to be talking about the new How to Train Your Dragon remake. We're going to talk about a lot of things I did like, a couple things I didn't like, and we'll talk about if I think you should go out and see it or not. So overall, I'm just going to come out of the gate and say it. This is one of the most faithful live-action remakes I think I've seen in the theaters. Definitely a lot more faithful than a lot of the stuff Disney's been putting out. You could tell the people that made this movie were super, super big fans of the original animated films because a lot of the costuming, the sets, even the gags that were kept in were lifted directly from the original movie and put into this one. A lot of it feels definitely like they just hit Control C, Control P, and called it a day, which is not a bad thing at all. The costuming, the casting, everything was just so well done and faithful to the original animated films, which were already borderline perfect. So I'm glad they didn't decide to go in and unnecessarily change anything. Hiccup doesn't give Toothless up to the state, so that's always a really good thing. Overall, the respect and the love for that original property definitely translates into this new film, and I got the same feelings watching this as I did when I watched the original back in theaters in 2010, something like that. So overall, definitely commend the cast, crew, everyone who worked on the technical aspects of it. They did a fantastic job recapturing the feeling of that original movie. On the flip side, there's not really a whole lot of cons per se that I was able to glean from the movie. There are a couple of line deliveries in there that didn't really sit with me, and I don't know if that's just because I'm used to hearing them a certain way in the original, and so when they were said differently, it kind of caught me off guard. May need to watch it again to kind of look closer at that. But overall, I think because it's so faithful and because I enjoy the original so much, there's not a lot I could pick out as far as the plot or anything like that. However, because it is so faithful, I was left thinking, what's the point of the movie? Because it's the same plot, the same jokes, the same almost everything. There are a few little differences, but overall, very, very similar to the original. And I found myself thinking I might not come back and watch this again over the original, just because that's the one I'm used to. Maybe today's kids will kind of gravitate more towards this one, and maybe that's the point of these, or maybe it's just to retell the story in a new medium and make a bunch of money at the box office. I really don't know. But that was kind of my one takeaway is why am I going to watch this or buy a copy of this over the original that I already know if there's not really any sort of difference or slant to it. So overall, very, very minor nitpicks. But it is something I was thinking about. Overall, I really, really did enjoy this remake. I'd probably give it about 4.5 stars out of 5, with that half star only being because it doesn't really have a point other than making it live action. Test Drive still gives you goosebumps. It's still funny. The story still works. So I absolutely recommend you go out and see it. You'll have a great time. All right, guys, I just wanted to thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, share, whatever you got to do. I really want to grow this channel and keep talking movies with you guys.